This is it. This is the day that you put it all on the line, because everything that you dream of counts on what you do today. No more half in, half out. It is going to take every ounce of you to get to where you want to go. But it is up to you at the end of the day. Will you continue to live a mediocre life, or will you finally put it all out there? You know when you wake up from a really good dream and you keep forcing yourself to go back to sleep because you don't want it to end? That's where you are right now. You are grasping onto this false reality that you've created in order to save yourself from the truth. And the truth is you have two options. You can either live a life of stagnation, of underachievement, and of normalcy, or you can choose to live a life of fulfillment and of purpose and of righteousness. It's scary. It's a daunting decision to make. And you may say, well, if it was as easy as making a decision, no one would actually choose to live a life of stagnation. But most of us choose to live a life of stagnation each and every day. The reason that we're okay with it is because we continue to distract ourselves just enough to remain naive to the decision that we're making. You know those like the 2 a.m., that 2 a.m. motivation that people talk about? That's what that is. There's something deep in your subconscious that is saying something is seriously wrong. The reason that you're not experiencing that enough to actually change anything is because you continue to distract yourself. We live in a world full of distractions. I mean, just at our fingertips, we have accessibility to the world. The most entertaining and captivating content that exists on planet Earth at any moment of the day. So it's hard not to distract yourself. That's why it's the harder decision to make. The struggle that you endure comes later when you choose to live a life of stagnation. Because being distracted is comfortable. You know, as they say, ignorance is bliss. But there is one day when your time starts to run out that exists within the future, where you can no longer be ignorant to the fact that you've wasted your life. That is a day I do not wish on my worst enemy. A lot of people who will see the growth think that this kind of thing happens overnight. And it does look that way. It does look that way. But what people don't see is the years that I struggled under the weight of life. There's so much more that goes into this, you know, and you don't even have to want to make content. Maybe you want to be a great chef, or maybe you want to just be an amazing mother, or maybe you want to make travel vlogs, or maybe you want to own an esports team. Whatever your thing is, there's a journey that comes with that. And that journey is never as easy as it seems on the outside. You start to learn that this is you have to play the long game. And in order to play the long game, you have to do things, you have to take one step at a time. You can't overwhelm yourself with like the daunting vision of everything that needs to be done. Because if that's the way you're looking at it, you'll scare yourself, you'll paralyze yourself, and you won't gain the courage to take that first step. And the first step is always the hardest. It always is. So to make that first step easier, just make sure just show up, you know? Most people aren't showing up for themselves. I love you. Dearly. We all share the same space, striving for a better life. Same as the tree that grows closer to the sun, or the salmon that swims upstream to spawn. We are all striving for a better life, to be the best that we can be. Not only for ourselves, but for those we love. Because at the root of it all, that's all that we do it for. Love. And without it, nothing really matters. If you are experiencing a pain, a discomfort, a stress, something that is tiring your soul to its core, just pray. Just pray. Don't worry for doing it right. Don't worry about the outcome. Just pour your heart out. Tell God how tired you are, the pain that you feel, and how bad you want it to stop. Ask Him to save you, to lift you above the murky waters so that you can see clearly once again. I, like everyone else, experience a great deal of weight on my mind and soul from time to time. And when I do, and it gets so bad that I start to feel overwhelmed, I simply turn off the lights, get in a hot shower, and just pray. And I will tell you something, I have yet to be left empty-handed. I always come out of that bathroom feeling refreshed, calm, clear-headed, and closer to God. No matter the problem or the weight of it that is on my mind and soul, it is always lifted. The reason I'm making this video is because I know that there is a great many of you who are dealing with something right now. Whatever that may be, I know you're tired. I know you may feel lost and helpless. I know what it feels like to think that the pain, the stress, the frustration will never go away. It does. It does. But you have to let God help you. Brain rot. I mean, it's in the name, but you continue to consume it mindlessly, endlessly, all day, every day. It's like you can't get enough. Why? Does the future version of yourself that you aspire to be also watch brain rot content? I would imagine not. You have so much to give, so much untapped potential. Stop wasting your life away. Look, I know that life is hard. I know what it feels like to feel as if the whole world is against you. I grew up in a poor family. My mother struggled with drug addiction, and my father spent most of his life in and out of jail. Both of them died when I was in high school to drug overdose. I was then kicked out of my new home at 18 and was completely on my own. I became severely addicted to video games. I ate once a day. I was malnourished. I was big into vaping too. I mean, I had no drive or motivation to do anything. I had no sense of purpose. My whole life, everything that I knew and loved, was stripped away from me. And then COVID hit, so 2020 was absolutely the lowest point of my life. But I will tell you something. I noticed that I had an extraordinary opportunity to show other people who are experiencing a great deal of pain and unfortune that external factors do not decide your fate. You do. And many people ask me how I found the strength to get through it. Through all of these sleepless nights, staring up at the ceiling, questioning my own capabilities, hitting dead end after dead end, a gut-wrenching amount of trial and error, and no guarantee of success. It was always one thing: a love for the game. Love is the reason that we do what we do. It is why we are so invested, why we care so much, why we fear failure and disappointment, what we may or may not lose. But it is also the reason that we keep fighting, regardless of how much we may hurt or how tired we are. It is the life force that drives us. It is what drives me. So I want you to know I love you, and I will keep fighting for you. Master patience, as this journey is long and treacherous. As the chaotic world moves around you, you must remain grounded in your pursuit of legacy. Distractions will come your way, things won't go as planned, you will experience moments of doubt and uncertainty, but you must remain patient, remain still, disciplined, and focused, because the only thing that separates you from everything that you've ever wanted is time. Stop scrolling. You are giving your life away, all of your potential, all of your ambitions, the lifestyle that you crave, the financial freedom, the ability to provide your family with whatever they may need, not having to worry about bills or taking PTO to go on vacation, that life that you have always dreamed of. It is all slipping away with every mindless scroll, every brainless second that you spend on this app. Get off your phone, go work out, go eat something healthy, go outside, read a book, anything but this. What if you put your best foot forward? What if you didn't slack off those days? What if you took that risk? What if you stepped outside of your comfort zone? What if you capitalized on that opportunity? What if you stayed consistent? What if you didn't take your time for granted? What if you actually started taking action? What if you believed in yourself? Don't give yourself the opportunity to ask what if. Start now and save yourself from living under the gut-wrenching weight of what could have been. Relax, breathe, be still, find your center. This world is chaotic, I know, and I'm sure there's a lot going on that you wish you could change. It's all noisy and your head may be a mess, but it is important that you do not forget your true state, who you really are. This is not you. You know that this is not you. This is a result of external forces clouding your mind and soul. And when that happens, it is easy to get lost and disoriented, and that is exhausting. I know it. However, if you take the time to just be still, to breathe and silence the noise, you will again find your center, as well as the peace and clarity that you have been missing for so long. So meditate, drink water, be with God, get rid of the distractions, and I promise it will be there.